Well, good evening and welcome along to another issue of Under the Surface. And it's Sunday night. It's been a blistering hot day and I've decided to come down for a few hours in the evening back to Conifer Lake to fish on the surface for the carp. And I've been baiting this one for a good while, and there's little movements and flickers in the pads to denote that there's carp about. That big shudder there gave it away. I've not cast out yet. I've been baiting them up and just watching and trying to get them confident. Had a bit of a nightmare with some ducks nicking all my surface baits, unfortunately, so I've kind of had to start again. I lost about half an hour, but there's now, as you look around, you might see the odd flicker and shudder on the pads, and there's definitely a few fish about. So hopefully I can get something tonight. They're not big fish in here. I've seen one when I first turned up into this peg. It's probably about 10 pounds, but the average is between about 3 and 6. But again, just nice to catch anything really. So what I've been doing is I've been throwing out bread, dog biscuits, and these, which I told you about before, red crustacean soft pellets. I'm actually fishing on a couple of them, or I will be. I'll just try and bring them up for the camera. It's kind of hard to focus, so I'll try and put them on a white background. But yeah, basically 2 of them on a size 12 hook, and that's it. Can't really get much simpler than that, to be honest. So yeah, there's fish around, so I'm just going to try and coax them into a slightly clearer area than over there, and we'll see what we can do. I'm hoping you can hear this in a second, but there's a carp underneath these pads just out here. It's a little clear spot there, and it's just slurped right near that. Very confident slurp, and it wasn't a small slurp either, it was quite a decent size sound, if that makes any sense. Certainly wasn't a little one. So I'm going to be patient and bide my time and wait for my opportunity to come along, and I'm going to have a go. But until then, I'm going to sit on my hands. And here's the first fish of the evening. It's a fish of about 2.5, 3 pounds maybe. It took me a little bit longer than I expected to get him going tonight, because I actually had a little flock of ducks come through my swim and take all the dog biscuits. But it's a nice, lovely looking little mirror carp. So I'm not going to keep it out of the water too much longer. I'm going to slip it back as quick as I can. Well, after that first fish, things went a bit quiet in that first peg. So what I've been doing is I've just wound him for a bit, and I've just wandered up and down the bank here, because it goes all the way back up there, and it's all very similar to this. So I've just every now and then thrown a few dog biscuits in and waited, and been visiting the spots I've baited up, and I've found quite a few fish in another spot. So I'm going to creep back down into here to see if there is anything in here. Doesn't look as though they've taken too much of the bait off the top. It tends to be just roach by the looks of things in here. Yeah, there's not much in here. So I think I want to watch it for a minute or two. So I've just seen a little bump on a pad there. So I'm going to stay here for a minute or two, and if nothing's happening, I'm going to go and have a go for the carp favour up there. Fish number 2. This one's a little bit bigger. It's probably about 4.5 pounds maybe. Chunky. It's got spawning marks on it. There you go. There's a remnants of the red crustacean soft pellet that I caught it on. And the hook's probably dropped out in the neck. It's a barbless one. It has indeed. Anyway, I'm going to quickly slip this one back and go and investigate another swim, because I caught this one, believe it or not, about there, right underneath my feet, and it went off with a right clatter. Absolutely exploded on the surface, so it's probably put this swim out of action for a few minutes, but there's still other fish around, so I'll put a bit more bait in, and I'll move on and try and find somewhere else. Fish number 3. and this one again slightly bigger, at probably about £4. And no sooner had I put that last fish back, I noticed there's a couple more fish in and around the area in this side of things. So again, just a couple of red crustacean soft pellets on, dropped it down in a little gap, and within seconds he took it. Cracking fight, and beautiful fish. When that gets a lot bigger, that is going to be a stunner. But yeah, slipping back, number 3, let's see if we can get some more. Well, the light's fading fast now, but I was considering moving, and out of the blue this one just struck. And it's the pick of the bunch for tonight. He's probably about £6.5. Cracking looking mirror carp, really happy with that one. And there's still a few carp out in this swim, so I might just crack on, but I'm going to slip this one back, and this may be the last video because light's going now. And if it is, it's been a pleasure to have you out on the bank again tonight. I'm glad I've been able to get a few nice fish on the bank. Certainly off the top, I always love catching carp off the top. But yeah, I'll crack on for a bit longer, and if there is anything bigger, I'll let you know. But if not, I'll bid you a good night.